It's the festive season, and we know around this period there's a lot of spending. People are with their families. There's a lot of gift sharing, spending more time with your friends, and maybe this is also a perfect time also for me just to throw in this video talking about money and footballers. And we see a lot of these because figures overseas, they're exposed, unlike here in Africa, especially in South Africa, where everything is kept in secret. We don't know how much players are earning, the transfer cost, whether players selling or the club buying. Those things are not as transparent as it is in other parts of the world. And on today's episode, I really want to talk about the significance or the importance of players having endorsements. I think we can all agree that football is a short career. On average, footballer's career ends at around 35 or 34. You are lucky if you are playing at a high level until the ages of 40 or so. Many on average end their career around 35 or 36. And with that said, their careers start at around, average on 20 and 21. And the big contract will probably come at around ages 24, 25, 26, where most players, they're at their peak. And here's the thing, when you are at your peak, that's the time when you should leverage on the fame and on the following. I mean, today players can just leverage on a whole lot of things. If players just see themselves as brand, I mean, they can make a whole lot of money and actually even make money even after their playing days. I know I'm probably comparing apples and bananas here, but if you look at the career of a David Beckham is most probably making more money now than he was making while he was still a soccer player. So David Beckham, obviously, he had endorsements all over the world. But when the career ended, some of these endorsements did not end their relationship with him, but it just continues. I mean, it's got a lifetime contract with Adidas, just as it is with Zinedine Zidane. It's got a huge contract with is it Breitling, the watchmakers, and whole of other brands. Now let's zoom it into our continent, in particular South Africa. I've been happy to see some partnerships with some soccer players. And the players that are on this list, they're not even playing for the big two in South Africa. The big two in South Africa is Orlando Pirates and a Kaizer Chiefs. I recently saw a Mothobi Mvala having a partnership with Markham's, the retail, clothes stores, and seeing him advertise some of their clothes, and it's good for the player. And then one hopes that such a relationship does not just end when the player decides to hang his boots. Obviously, again I say, figures we don't know. Figures are never exposed to the public, and obviously Mothobi Mvala and the Markhams, he's not doing this for free, but he is getting something. And all the players I'm mentioning it, just 4 players, all of them, they have they are all over the age of 30, with Mothobi Mvala being the first one having this type of partnership with I can't say it's a clothing brand as much as they make, but it's a retail store. And if this is what Markham's, I think it's a new thing amongst in South Africa, where you see a soccer player being almost like an ambassador for a Markham's. Obviously, Markham's is big amongst your Gen Zs, is big amongst your young adults, between the ages of 16 to your, let's say, max 40 or 39, 38, 37. It's big. So that's their target market, and it's a lot of men who follow this store, and it's good to see Mothobi Mvala getting something out of this. And then I was surprised, because you would not ordinarily think that Mothobi Mvala is a type of model, but this is what I mean, he probably has got a good agent or a good manager or a good PR that have really sold him really well for him to get this deal. And I'm happy for him. A Tennyson, born from the Free State, a very, very, very small town in the Free State. I mean, some people in South Africa don't even know that town. I've been to his town, and I think he's doing big things. I'm really proud of Mothobi Mvala. The next person, and I think all of these players, as I'm mentioning them one by one, they probably are all looking up to a Teko general navigator Modise, where these huge brands around 2008, 9, 10, 11, towards the big year of the World Cup in South Africa, Teko Modise had a big contract, and the figures were known at the time. He had a big contract or a big endorsement with Samsung, a big endorsement with McDonald's, and the guy was living large, man. And he exposed some of these endorsements in some podcast I've listened to, that they were actually of great benefit to him in him acquiring some properties. These are the things footballers should always be aware of, that yes, you are a star for now, but that fame and that stardom might not be forever. So while you are up there, you leverage on it as a brand and suck as much and take as much and make as much money as you can, because football, your legs will not carry you forever. Now, as I go to the next person, this guy really takes good care of his body. I think he's a model. Let's put it that way. He's a model, and he's not even a self-acclaimed one. He is living that life of a model. He's still playing football. I'm talking about Linda Figo Mntambo. Played for Orlando Pirates, currently the captain of Esikhukhune United. He's got a big brand with Steve Madden, another clothing brand, and he's been with them for some time. He advertises a lot of their clothes with all these model events, and I'm also happy for such people. You are a footballer, and as a footballer, I mean, there was a time when Figo was injured for some time, as much as he was out of the field, but we saw him oftentimes on his Instagram page advertising all of these clothing brands, especially Steve Madden. So when players are this wise and this clever, one hopes that he can actually rub this off other players who think that after playing, all you can do is just go for booze and girls, and while you can actually leverage on this and make money that will last you for a lifetime. The next player, this one is partnered with a tech company, a cell phone tech company, that is Honor. I'm talking about a Ronwen Williams, Mamelodi Sundowns goalkeeper. Recently was nominated in Ballon d'Or as the 9th best goalkeeper on earth. He's the Interclub Footballer of the Year. He's a goalkeeper in Africa of the Year. So it's been one of the best years for Ronwen Williams. Not just that, but there are companies and brands who want to partner with him, and a Chinese tech company. I think On and Huawei, it's almost the same thing. They're just maybe deceiving us, but we all know it's the same thing. Honor comes from Huawei. Apparently the deal is either with 7 million rands or $7 million. Again, with figures, you can never be sure in South Africa. Whether it's 7 million rands, it's $7 million or 7 million RMB, it is a lot of money. It is just a lot of money. And you are happy when you're seeing such things happening amongst football, because, I mean, these guys work hard. Anyone in sports, I mean, the discipline to keep yourself in that level for that long, it is no joke. It is no joke. Yes, we can make fun of players on these platforms, mock this one because it's not playing for your team. But at the end of the day, I've got the most respect for footballers, you know, all sportsmen, all sports women, whether athletics, rugby, you know, cricket, UFC, boxing. To stay up there for the longest time, one needs to really applaud you guys. Last but not least, someone who has not announced that he is retired from football, I think still looking for a club, is a Kermit Erasmus, one of the best strikers we've ever had in this country. Played for a whole lot of teams, played for Cape Town Spurs City, played for the Sundowns, the Pirates, went overseas in Holland. I think he also played in Portugal. Currently, I think he's still looking for a club, but he has just also partnered with an alcoholic brand in Three Ships, that whiskey. I don't drink alcohol, but I know the money associated with the alcoholic beverages. So that alcoholic beverage, whiskey or Three Ships, that is, have partnered with a Kermit Erasmus. And again, this one hopes that this awakens the footballers who are in the league, that, you know what, beyond football, you can actually make something of your name. Stay disciplined, sell yourself as a brand, and you know what, ensure that you've got a good PR, a good agent, and associate yourself with some good managers or players who are already in these circles, because when you do, you are most probably going to be having some bare jammings. I do go by the name of Oscar Nsinsi. If you're seeing this space and this content, you do support this channel by liking, by sharing, by commenting, by using that love with the $sign in it. It's not a decoration. It's for you to use it to contribute however much amount you want to. And help me, you know, grow this platform. It's from $1, I think, from like to like $600 or $1,000. I'm not sure. Whichever amount you want to bless this channel with, help me grow this platform. It will be warmly accepted and it will be wisely used, so that tomorrow I can also have a guest, also have interview players, because I live in the area or in the country where you meet players almost every week. So yeah, man, really appreciate if you also subscribe to the channel and share with your friends and family. Really like to hear from you on some of the things I might have left out, or players who currently have other endorsements in the country that I'm not aware of. And I know some players do come across such videos. If you do comment on the section below, it will also be wise if you do share ideas of how to make money, save money, and invest money. And the channel was about soccer players, but more importantly about money. We all need money. You've used money, I'm using money, you're still gonna use money. Now, how do we make, and how do we save, and how do we invest, and how do we multiply that money? Let me end it there by declaring, may my God bless you all.